This is Dr. Jacob Manson. This is my first inmate interview here at Arkham Asylum, and I have arranged a meeting with inmate 09539475, otherwise known as the Joker. If I can get to the bottom of his mental condition, I might be able to cure him. I have spent the last few months studying him closely, reading through some of the old notes of my predecessor, Dr. Quinzel. Her notes at first seemed official, explaining his obsession with the Batman and his aggressive nature. But after a while, her notes seemed to turn to complete nonsense, explaining nothing but her love for him. I prayed that I could finally put the Joker on the road of recovery. Not so rough, boys. I wouldn't want you to damage the goods.
Shut up, clown. I'll be watching over things.
It's alright, I can handle him.
The last person who said that went insane. Killed off some guards and helped this lunatic out. Was that Harley?
Boy, does time fly. Please, sir. The sight of a guard might make my patient uncooperative.
Yes,
he's a scary guard.
Fine, I'll be right outside. Great! Now the fun can begin. So how should we start? How about a heart-yanking story from my childhood? My father was a drinker and,
No, nothing like that. I want to be direct with you. What's your real name?
I'm sorry, but you must be crazier than me if you think I'll tell you that.
It's alright. You don't have to tell me. But in the end, I have a feeling I'll get what I want.
You really think I would just tell you everything?
It's alright. You don't have to say a word.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to play a mind game with me. To see if you annoy me enough, I'll spill the beans. Well, I hate to disappoint you, Doctor, but it won't work.
Would it help if I told you my name?
My poor deluded doctor, I know everything about you, Dr. Manson.
I'm sorry. I don't remember telling you my name.
Oh, you didn't. You see, I know everything that goes on in the asylum. And you, Dr. Manson, I know everything about you.
And I know enough about you. Mostly your obsession with Batman.
The Bat?
Well, he made me who I am.
I just want to return the favor by putting a smile on his face.
And why does all of Gotham have to suffer for your obsession?
Well, it's not my fault if they're in the way.
You once tried to poison the water supply. You would think some people might have died from that.
That was years ago, and it was nothing more than a harmless prank.
Harmless?
But that was when I was just starting out.
And what about the commissioner's daughter, Miss Barbara Gordon? You shot her and paralyzed her from the waist down. And then you kidnapped the commissioner. Why?
I wanted to prove a point. That even the sanest person can go loony-toony. But if it wasn't for Batman, it might have worked.
And what possessed you to do that?
Nothing. I just wanted to see what would happen. I wanted to push him. See if he could finally break his one rule and kill me.
The Batman?
Of course, Batsy. But he has rules. No matter what happens, he could never do it. I've killed so many people, and he could never push himself to do it. Never can pull the trigger. But I still have a few tricks up my sleeve.
And where does Dr. Quinzel fall into this?
Harley? Oh, what's the matter, Doc? Never heard of romance? Is it so impossible that someone could love this lady killer?
I'm not going to answer that.
Come on, Doc. Aren't you the least bit curious about how I escaped all those times? Don't you want to get to the juicy stuff?
Maybe for another time, but I'm done with him. Get him out of here.
Let's go, freak. I had a lovely time, Doc. I can't wait till next time.